Alright, now we're going to create, this is the next optical art to create. We're going to create with using the combination of lines and spheres. So go ahead and create maybe 2 or 3 circles. Don't worry if they're not perfect, just create 2 or 3 circles. I'm going to do it 2. Now in those circles, find the center, put a dot. Alright, using your ruler, here, I'm going to make that dot so you can see it better. Alright, using your ruler, lightly create a line going halfway, and then the other half. Don't worry if it's not perfectly centered, that's okay. Now, what you're going to do is create the curved lines on one side, going the same direction, and then when you get to the center, you're going to change direction. So let me show you. Create a curved line like this. See that? And create another curved line. And when you get close to the center line right here, you're going to change direction. Don't start on the line. Change the opposite direction of the curved line. Okay? There. Now we're going to do the same thing for this horizontal line. Starting on the edge here, create a curved line going the opposite direction, curving, then curve. And then you're going to do it on the other side. We came to the middle, that cross line, and we're going the opposite direction. And there we go. You're going to do the same for the next one. Right? Where that dot is, go ahead and draw a line going through the line. See, it's cutting it in half. And do the opposite as well. Alright, so therefore you created your slices. Now, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing again, create a curved line, starting on one side, and curve to each edge of the circle. Create another curve. You're going to keep on going until you get to the center part. You don't want to touch it just yet. See that line? Now you go the opposite way. Instead of making it going round this way, you're in the opposite curve. Okay? Like so. So basically one side is going to look like a C kind of curve. The other way is going to look like a backward C. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing for the horizontal line. Almost like a rainbow, starting on the far edge as you can, and make it go curve like this. Then curve again. That's it. Now we reach this middle line, and we're going to do the same thing too. And you're going to make it, instead of a rainbow, like a smiley face coming around from the edge and touch, edge and touch. Alright, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to create a third circle so you can see. Put the center dot. Using your ruler, slice the circle in half. Make sure the dot is lined up with your ruler and put that line through it. Now you can do the opposite direction as well. Alright, I'm going to show you again how to do this. This is another way to do it. Starting maybe from the line, we can start from there. You can create a curved circle, like a rainbow, like that, from one side to the other. We've done this with the wrists. Then you can go ahead and create from the dot again, that line, and create to the other side. Okay, so 1, 2 lines. Now you're going to go the other direction. I'll stop and repeat that. Hold on, I'm going too fast. So starting from this line that you cut in half this way, you can connect from this side to the other side. And you're going to do the same thing again, starting from that side, make the curve go up and around like a rainbow to the other side. Now we're going to go the opposite direction like a smiley face, starting from this line, using these lines right here, and you're going to connect to that side. Okay? Again, make the line, see how it connected from that side, and there. Now if it makes it feel better, you can turn the paper. If it makes you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and do that, so you can see the line going this direction again. a horizontal line. Now, starting from one end, see the two ends here. You can create a curved line coming around like a rainbow and touch. Start again from the end, come up, and then down to the end. And if you need to, you can do it the opposite direction if you feel comfortable. Go the other way. So here we go. Or if you don't think you're going to be comfortable, go ahead and turn it around, all the way around, until you have that straight line and that's opposite. And you can do it this way as well. Create a curved line like a rainbow, connecting the dots right there. And do it again. There. Now, you're going to take your time and go through each of them and fill in with the marking. Not going to follow quick and hard, just lightly. For example, do the checkerboard. So you lightly start in one corner, then you go and fill them in. Just so you know, this is a guideline, so when you go over with a marker, you don't make mistakes. You can erase with a pencil. So go back to the next row. There is not, so it's a checker, so that means that has to be blank. Next one over here. Okay. And then next one. Okay, so you're making your checkerboard. Now, you can see these lines, they're going to be covered with a marker later, and you're going to erase them. So, this one's really big, so this one fills in, see? Then you go to the next one. There you go. And here is the next one. And then keep on going all the way through, creating that checkerboard. Notice how I ignore that line, those half lines, and you're just using the curved lines as your checkerboard. Okay. Now you're going to do that for each of these. Right. You can pause the video, but I'm going to go really quick and fill these in. And I'm going to show you for the next part. Alright. Alright, there. Sometimes it's tricky because you have to look and see which is not filled in. So go row by row, like this. Yeah, no, yeah, no. You go row by row. That's filled in, no. Yep, no. Yes. Okay, the next row. The next row, there's something there, so next row. Okay, over here. And here. Alright, that's the general layout. Now go ahead with a marker of your choice and color in those marked areas that you did. So now it should be easier for you to do because you already did the gridding. This part you want to take your time though and go carefully around the edges, slowly around the edges, mark your edges, then you know, fill in the inside. There you go. Look at that. Now, the background is going to be a spiral. So what you're going to do, lightly, the key word is what? Lightly. Alright, put a small dot in the center of your paper. And using your ruler, you're going to cut the paper, the whole paper in half. So starting from the dot, you can create a vertical line going up, skip over. If you have any part of your sphere, skip over it and go. And then do the opposite direction as well, coming down like that. So now you have a line that's cutting it in half. Next, you're going to go the opposite direction, a horizontal line, starting from your dot. If it's not perfectly centered, that's okay. If it's looking a little shifted, that's alright, because to be honest, it'll add to the effect of movement and optical illusion. So this one's not perfect. It's a little off, but it's still coming from the center point, so it works out. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 right now, 4 spaces. Now, what you're going to do is go ahead and create a diagonal line going through the center point. So using your ruler, line it up again at the dot and make it go to the edge diagonally. And continue in that same direction the other way. Now it doesn't have to look absolutely perfect again. Now see how there was a spear I have there? If you come across a spear, any part, just jump over it and then continue the other side. Okay? Now you're going to do the same thing. You can turn it however it feels comfortable. You're going to do the opposite direction. So we went from here, so we're going to go this way. Now that means the opposite direction of the diagonal line. Now again, make sure it's from the dot, and you're going to create it going so. Okay? And then continue it the other way. Now, you can kind of see that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. What I want you to do, this is very important, lightly put A, B, A, B, A, B going around. This is important. A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is create the curved lines in the same direction. Okay? All in the same letter. So if you choose this one to be your rainbow curves going this way, all the A's have to look the same. So I encourage you to start from the dot, and we've done this before, creating curved lines in our previous project. So there. Now notice that if you have hit any part of your sphere, just stop there. Don't go through your sphere. Don't go over it. Just keep on going, creating your curved line. Alright, do the same thing for all of your A's. They're going to be, if it's all rainbow shape curves. Alright, notice how I go from one end to the other. Now, if there's the curve of your sphere, your circle, checkers circle, it touches it. Now, over here, there isn't, so you want to make sure it goes from one end to the other end of your lines, your triangle lines. So you're going to do that for all the way up. If they get larger as they go, that's okay. Miss Jones is going to create an illusion right here. If you need to turn it so that you're comfortable in creating the lines, that's fine. Curve line. Right, finish that curve line. There. Now keep on going for all of A. I know I'm moving pretty fast, but at this point you can push pause if you need to and let everyone finish so we are all on the same page. So let me create that curve line going all the way up. Alright. So you have all of A, make sure they're all, and when you're done, we'll resume. Now, to do the B, we're going to do the opposite direction of the curves. They're going to be like smiley faces. So make sure all of your B's, doesn't matter, all the B's are going to be like smiley faces. I'm going to start with one that doesn't have any spheres touching so you can see clearly. So starting at the bottom, create like a smiley face curve going all the way up. Do the lines have to connect like that? No, they don't. But they need to be consistent in being a curve, same shape, going the same U all the way up. Until they get to the edge. Oops, sorry. We do all of B's. Now this one I'm going to start here because there's creating a B. And notice how I'm going from edge to edge to edge. Okay? Now make again from edge, and if you come across your sphere, stop and move on to another one. Again, there's another curve. There's another one. Okay? Keep going to the very top of your paper. Okay. Do the same for all of them. Alright, this one looks tricky because it has this in the middle of them. So again, start from the bottom where this, right there. Create the curve line. Right? Stop. And then you're going to resume again above. Stop. Okay? If the curve line's, if you can't make it, just go above it and start again. See? And there you go. Creating the curve lines. Like a happy smiley face. Okay, and there you go. Now, hopefully you have finished coloring each of these in marker. Now, I had done this so that we can see. You're going to use color pencils for these. Choose any color you like. But it's very important that you do the same thing, making it one is solid and the others are in and out, in and out. So I'm going to show you. You color, take your time, please take your time, and color in really well, making there's no white space and it's kind of solid filling. Okay? You're going to go ahead and do that for your paint. Yes, I'm moving really fast. But you're going to take slower. This is for demonstration so you can see what to do next afterwards. But you can pause the video after every color has been filled in. Notice I choose B. It's going to be blue colors. So all of B is going to be the same. If you want your blue, purple, pink, green, red, orange, teal, whatever color you're using color pencil wise, brown, you make sure the pattern is the same. All of B is blue, blue, blue. All of A, whatever color you choose, red, 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 red. You don't want to change the colors. It will take away from the effect. Okay. Alright, all colors. Alright, I did mine pretty quick, but you're going to go back and make sure yours is really solid like this, and really good, because you want it to really pop out. the more solid and intense the color becomes and brighter. And when it's that bright, it creates a more neat looking picture. Now notice how I have it here. It's colored. Now this is important. What you're going to do with the same color you use inside the white, you're going to gently, very lightly, don't press very hard, okay? Lightly color the edges in the same direction like you do for your hands that we've done, creating curved lines, okay? And that creates like a shadow, okay? So you're going to do that on the edges only of the white. You're not going to come in all the way and color it in. Just lightly creating. So that way it makes it look like a shadow. So let me do it again, very lightly, creating a shadow. And that's going to make it look like it's, see, the closer you get to here, of course, the smaller the line is. So just kind of very gently color the edge. Very, very gently. Even just maybe like a thin line. Okay? And it creates like a shadow. Okay? Make sure it's going in the direction, like we do the curve lines. Just put 1 or 2 lines going that direction. You know, 1 or 2 curve lines in the same direction of the whole design there. Okay? Now you're going to do that for all of A. And then when you're done with A, you're going to choose a different color, and you're going to do B, the same colors. And you're going to do the same thing, in, out, and then you go back in the white, and gently put a shadow line.